And we're back to another episode of Let's Play Wild Arms 2, the second ignition. I'm your host, the RPG guy. And let's see, we're all ready to go. I don't know why it keeps doing shit like that, but I would prefer that. Alright. So we need to head to the, what is the Leyline Observatory? Leyline Observatory? I don't even remember what they said since the last time I've played. I just know that that's where we're going. It's not very far, so we don't have to work very hard to get there. Ta-da! And Telepath Tower. Thinking of the Leyline Observatory dungeon that comes up later in the game. So much for memory. Alright, let's see. This area is not too hard. We just gotta hit all of the little boxes here. As I painfully missed that one. There we go. Got one. And if you mess up, you just leave the dungeon, come back. It's not a big deal. Which, I'll have to be pretty lucky with the second box to not mess it up. But I think you can just stand about here. There we go. Haha. Nice. Okay, so we did that. And do battle. Not much here about the local enemies other than they were stuff we fought pretty much outside. We've got a Dakelet and rat monkeys. Rat monkeys are not that interesting, contrary to popular belief of the first Wild Arms, other than dropping some rare drops. They don't do anything in this game in particular that you care about. So I wouldn't look too much into it. Make sure you kill off this guy first. Dude looks like a Hellraiser reject. Just missing the nails in the eyes. Oh. Alright. We'll have Lilica heal herself. May as well. Brad can take out the second rat monkey. As far as what's in this dungeon's really not that difficult. You just gotta think about what you're doing before you do it, so to speak. So, there's only one really nasty puzzle in here, too, that a lot of people struggle with, so we'll obviously see what that is when we get there. We get nice revived fruit. Yes! Don't care so much about the heal berries right now. It's all about those revived fruits. Ever coveted revived fruits. Let's head up and over. Do. It's a bridge. Okay, can't do anything about that. As we get thrown into yet again another battle. I don't care. You know what's bad though is I forgot to start my stopwatch, so I feel bad. We've been at this for at least 5 minutes, I would say. So Mr. Bundy will die. And the battle is won. Alright. Keep moving. Eventually, this dungeon's a lot more linear than some of the others for the first big part of it, so that's why it's just like we're walking forward. How much to do until we get here? Really what this is we need... There's really not much we can do there either. So, alright, let's kill us some critters. what we got to do is we're going to get to the path above where that switch is, and then we're going to drop down on top of the switch, and then we got to make our way back up and around again. It's not much of a puzzle. It's more or less, you can't reach it right now, but you can reach it later. Kind of a, you know, mentality or thing. I just find it funny that Ashley takes like little to no damage at all. And it's just going to keep getting better and better, I assure you. Alright. Enough of that goofing around. We'll head up. We'll keep heading up. Like I had a choice. Okay. We need to land here. Pull that. And then we're pretty much heading up and around. Don't worry about that chest. We'll be getting that later. For show. Oh boy. So just head on across. And again, up and over. And we get to a save point, which we'll completely exploit after I snoop around. 2 exits here, so we'll go ahead and make our save. May as well, you know. We're halfway through the dungeon. It's not a long dungeon, if you were wondering. Alright, so with our save in place, yay. There's 2 ways for us, 2 directions for, oh, that's, okay. If you're wondering, those silver doors are actually lead to an elevator, of all things. And because they lead to an elevator, that's what's going to give us access to the other treasures and whatnot. So, yeah, just as a heads up. And we were apparently surprised. And they hate us. They hate us so much. We'll take out the rat creatures first, I think. That way, Lil Cook can heal herself and heal anyone else who needs healing. Or I lied, I'm going to take that dude out, because that's not going to feel very nice to anybody. Alright, kill, recover, and kill. Motherfucker. Just healed that. Now I gotta heal it again? Dick. Again. Just same shtick, you know. Now that she's actually become faster than Brad and Ashley when it comes with healing, that's always a good sign. And really, her healing is just going to get faster. It's just one of those things that I think mechanically in the game. Because if she were to attack or use a spell, she'd be slower. So, just as a heads up, that kind of happens. It's not a bad thing, it's just weird that it happens that way. Alright. Let's go ahead and pull us the lever. The lever. Pull the lever! So we grab a teleport gem for our troubles. And I fall in a hole. Don't worry too much about the hole, because right now we've activated the elevator, so we can now take the elevator wherever we want. First we're going to go to the 3rd floor, because that's where we saw that treasure chest earlier. And it's actually for a tool, so I forget the name of it, but it's not a useful tool, but it's a tool nonetheless. The booty call. It's the best named tool ever. So, to me, this is not useful. I've played the game enough, I know where most of the treasures in this game are. But for a lot of people, it's definitely a tool you use like when you are unsure of where secret passages are, or where items are and whatnot. That will help you do it. So, as a heads up, and a few things to keep in mind, that is the ultimate little helper. So, you know, as an example, It marks chests like that for you. And it kind of, well, if they're not within range of your booty call, they'll kind of point you in the right direction. But it's very subtle, so I personally don't really care for the skill that much. It's never been that great of a skill to me. But there are lots of people who swear by it, so I won't tread on those passes, those steps. Some people don't like it when you make fun of their shit, man. Alright, heal, kill. Stabbity stab. And punchity punch. And then we'll have Lilica heal Brad. Hopefully they attack Brad or Ashley and do very little damage. Alright. Almost there. Sweet. And we'll head through there. Up the steps to another puzzle. This is probably the hardest puzzle in this dungeon coming up. Though it's not really much of a difficult. It's more puzzle. It's more of a trial and error puzzle, if anything. Alright, let's do this. So you're going to pull this lever, followed by this lever. Followed by me grabbing this. And then we'll go ahead and pull this lever. Then we'll pull this lever. Then we'll come back around and pull this lever. It's just a lever puzzle, just relax, you know, it's not a big deal. Then we'll come back over here and pull this bad boy. And we gotta get, I believe it's this one. Yes. And then you come all the way down, grab this guy, come over, yoink, and then we gotta make a big, you know, kind of roundabout here. And it should okay, so wait a minute. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. Okay, so we gotta go through here, and then we gotta come back, and then it's just a simple skadoosh, kerblamo, and is it? No, it's this one. It's not the one to the right. It has to be this one. Yes. Okay, so there we go. And to open it, we need the kick boots. And we get a pineapple. Pretty much is like his AoE arm, and unlike Ashley's, you don't have to use it as an item in order to, you know, make it work. All right. So that covers this puzzle. It's not that it's hard. It's just a matter of. It's really just a matter of trial and error, and eventually you'll get in there. You know, that's really what I did to figure it out. It's just trial and error. It's not hard. It's time consuming. You could be in that room for like 2-3 hours your first time, and every time after that it kind of just starts falling into place and making sense. It's just like anything. It feels like it's a pain in the ass to get it done, you know. Okay, heal, Lilica, kill bad guys. Leaving nothing but the rat dudes left. And then we'll finish them off and continue on. Luckily, after this, you know, this dungeon, there's no other puzzles anywhere else, so you just have to get your way through. Luckily, that's the last one. God damn, she's taking a beating. Makes me sad. While she's getting the shit kicked out of her, the other two guys are just like telling the rats they're getting hit with. He's getting hit with their post. But there's, you know, you'll get a very good idea of what we need to work on next for our characters. It's obvious that our melee fighters, Brad and Ashley, need magic defense up, whereas Lilka needs physical defense up. And by doing that, that'll make things a lot more tolerable. So the next 9 levels are going to be dedicated to that. So if you're wondering what to invest in, that's definitely it. Because I think they require 3 points apiece as well. And you definitely want to beef your characters up with that gradually as you're, you know, progressing through the game. As we are thrown into yet again another battle. At least they're all rat fuckers. No, really, they fuck rats. They're rats that fuck monkeys. In other words, that's how the rat monkeys came to exist. Okay. Okay. And that'll be an easy heal. That'll get us prepped for the boss fight coming up. Sweet. Perfect. Alright. Let's go ahead and keep moving. I didn't check to see where they were level-wise, but that's okay. What is this indeed? That's what she said. But look on later in the shabby-looking guy. Receiving a transmission from somewhere. That's what an amplifier must be for. Oh my god. Alright, so apparently we're in for cinema of sorts, I guess. For all of Felgaia. First, greetings to all corrupt officials who have inherited power with no qualifications. Ooh, yeah, that actually sounds familiar, doesn't it? Politics. Okay, I'm not gonna get into that. I have no qualms about leading degenerate lives. Ooh, his big words are scaring me. Holy crap, he's in the lake. You know what I would do if somebody really was pissing me off and had their image in the lake? I'd just take a big shit in the lake. Vinsfield Radamanthus. Either they were really thinking about a really interesting last name for this guy, or they were out of ideas and just put like a bunch of consonants and vowels together. The ground is full of monsters. I'll show you monsters. They're impure creatures, yet no one tries to remove them. No one tries to bring peace. Well, why don't you get your ass out there and try to do it, asshole? When did we see this guy go out there and slay monsters drove after drove? Ooh, snap. Okay. Because we started watching TV, which is where we're watching you now. A powerful national system will be built by eliminating foolish national boundaries. You know what's interesting is I wonder how that, that royalty figure was able to have... Why is there a giant mirror, like, right in front of them? Were they admiring themselves in it when the show took... when the Vinsfield show started playing? Ouch. So he's not exactly the nicest guy. Even though he's got his little blue streak. The double, the double patty triple baconator. It's got 3 layers of bacon, not just one. Because there is a bottom bun. I'm just saying. Bacon, patty, bacon, patty, bacon. I feel like I get ripped off sometimes. Form the bonds of tomorrow's Vilgaia. I'll show you something that fills tomorrow's Vilgaia. Just give me a glass of the milk of magnesia, we'll do this. I'm surprised he didn't frickin' break that thing earlier. Uh-oh. It's the Joker's laughing gas. Of course not. It's actually this thing. That looks like something out of Xenosaga. Mysterious phantom being Vesta. It's like Vegeta, but goofier. Luckily, Vegeta he's not really a pushover, and really quick, you might feel the need or tendency to use that lucky card. I'm going to tell you to not use it. Not yet. The reason to not use it is because even though he has 3 body parts, the XP total that you get from him is pretty small. I believe he drops 2 lucky cards after killing him, but there are enemies coming up later that warrant the lucky card more than this guy does. I'm just saying, and a lot of people will disagree with me on this, and that's fine. I understand where the debate would be. It's not proportionate to da-da-da-da-da. I get that, but I'd rather have a huge XP boost than a small one and not have enough lucky cards to handle later. So it makes more sense to do this, to not do it in this battle, and not to do it until much later. So you'll see what I'm talking about when we get there. It'll be very, very clear. It's not like a secret mystery of life or something. Ah, damn it. multi-blast doesn't really multi-blast. The things I needed to multi-blast. Do I have ice? I have ice. Yeah, Vesta has an ability that nullifies all attacks done to it, so you gotta be careful when that happens. Just as a heads up. Booyah. It's like an evil, like, alien gay parade dildo or something. Alright, one arm's down. We got one arm left. How much FP do I have? That. Okay, we'll pop Accelerator. Just so we can make sure we can get our shot weapon off. Freeze. And that. We'll use Brad's ability, his weapon once the arms are down, because I'm trying to save his FP because of the lock on. So like he's using distortion right now, so Lilka and Brad will not be able to do any damage to him. It makes more sense for Brad to use it on his next turn, because there's a chance that it's very unlikely for Vesta to use distortion twice in a row. I've seen him do it. It's not as common of an occurrence though, so usually you're pretty safe at that point. So let's try it. Lock on bazooka, main body. Yeah, he's gonna hit us with Disease Cloud. No. Anybody that gets hit by that we use it. We heal it next round right away. Disease doesn't sound bad, but it is. Disease doesn't take any life away, it doesn't do any damage to you, but what it does do, specifically, is it prevents you from being healable. So in other words, you cannot be healed of any damage as long as you have disease on. So it's, poison takes HP away, disease prevents you from recovering HP. So that's kind of why you really want to make sure you get rid of that status effect with medicine. So medicine's on everyone. It's not even an option. You have to do it. You're at the mercy of this attack. Vesta's almost dead anyway, so it doesn't really matter. He's very close to the end of the road. His hand's got about 400 HP left, and the body can take one more rocket and a couple of melee attacks, so we're doing pretty good. So let's gang up on that other arm. The one thing I will say that doesn't bug me about Distortion is that he does nothing else. So once you hit him with, once he pops Distortion up, he doesn't attack you. So since we're not using any real weapon attacks, I could care less that he's doing it. He hit us with his little wiener thing. Ew. There we go. Now we just gotta kill the main body. Punch. Though he'll probably just block this, but we may as well try. Oh no, he's going to use Life Return. This recovers about 270, sorry. 270 health, but we are going to knock that down in this round pretty quickly. Between Brad and Ashley just beating the shit out of him. Yeah, gonna be funny. As long as Ashley hits, which I think he did. And Brad's gonna definitely hit. It's a guaranteed hit right here. If math ding a little. Nice. And he's just barely alive. Okay, not enough to use accelerator. And of course, we're probably just going to eat up this disease cloud attack and just try to really power him down. Since in a couple of melee attacks he should be dead, on top of freeze. Got him. That's right, bow to me. What was that, the prison rape position? I don't want to know. Okay, everybody reaches level 10. We get 2 lucky cards for our trouble. Nice. Okay, so we've done all that. I guess you could have probably used a card there, but again, I'm not inclined to do it. I'll make up for not using it in a little bit. Alright, let's go ahead and remedicate. Even though I could just recover in town, I'd rather just spend the 80 Gela to do it right then and there. You don't want to run into a battle and get hit by something you didn't expect and then get pretty much your ass handed to you. Alright, we're back in Damzian, so let's recover our armory. I think we can also just drop, let's drop a little bit of money on an upgrade for Ashley. Let's upgrade his weapon to the 1000. You can see now, to upgrade their attack power, it's going to cost 2 grand. We're not going to upgrade that their arms for a while, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. God, I can't speak right now. Alright, let's go ahead and upgrade our magics by picking up another elemental, probably water, or yeah, we'll just pick up water. I don't really care. After the next dungeon, we'll have all the elements covered, and then not much further after that we'll have revive, and then from there we're just picking up like low grade or stat boosting or status effect preventing spells. There we go. So we got that back up to 10. Guess I didn't pick up one of those. There we go. The teleport gems have a bigger value later. While we're also out and about, let's check out our future upgrades here and see what it's going to cost for us to do it. So up physical defense and up magic defense. Okay, so up physical defense actually costs 4, whereas up magic defense actually costs 3. So Ashley and Brad are going to up their magic defense, and Lilka is going to have the long haul of upgrading her magic defense. Something to be weary about. It's a bit of a process. So, just saying. Okay, let's go ahead and head over here to continue the storyline. Those rats are using the telepath tower for their own purposes. Yeah, I know, don't you regret that. Just talk to everybody in here. And then we meet... Oh, what is this? The Western version of Vivi? Alright. Do you know anything about them? East from here. You should be able to figure out the rest. Why, thank you. know so much about these things, and why would you give the... That's a good question. And we get the name Marivel. Wonder what that means. Ultraviolet protection, huh? Wonder what she is. Wink, wink, wink. Oh well, it's not a big deal, I guess. I'll leave the other matter up to you. Okay, so... of course. We don't hear from Irving, you know? Heaven forbid. Found out in this town here. They must be the terrorists who issued the communique. Odessa! Dun dun dun! Because, you know, why not? She needs to stop Odessa in their tracks immediately. Understood. One more thing. Although I'm Commander of Arms, I want you, Ashley, to take command when the time comes to fight. Great. Okay, so anyway, we've got to head east, is pretty much what they're ultimately saying. So we're gonna go to, the inn. We're gonna heal up, you know, spend 30 gala to heal up. And we'll save and all that good stuff. So from here we have to head east. They've made it very clear. All we gotta do is head east as far as we can and search for a way over the mountain. So on the next episode of Let's Play Wild Arms 2 Second Ignition, we chase the evil terrorists, Odessa. We'll see you there.